gentlemen, it's our pleasure to welcome you to Milwaukee.
Obviously, Senate race is a big focus here in the state of Wisconsin, and I've been pulling for Leah Vukmir for a long time. There is no better candidate to take on Tammy Baldwin than Leah Vukmir.
It's such a joy to know you. It's such a joy to be a friend. And again, I'm so honored that she is your senator. She is my senator. She is our senator, fighting for us every day in Washington, D.C. Everybody, Tammy Baldwin.
And when Washington is broken, when it's not working, it means it's not working for us, for you and your families and your communities. But I do want to point out strenuously that Washington is working pretty darn well for some. And Exhibit 1 is that tax bill that was passed late last year. That tax measure, over the life of its existence, will give 83% of the benefits to the top 1% and mega corporations and multinational corporations. 83%. And they told us this would be a working person's middle class tax cut.
We are hitting all corners of the state, getting out the message once again about the importance of this election and the clear contrast that people have between myself and Senator Baldwin, who has forgotten the folks here in Wisconsin, the middle class. I'm a hardworking middle class mom who never thought I was going to get into politics, was concerned about education in my daughter's classroom, and it started me on this odyssey. And I think we need people to go to Washington who are going to be strong leaders like our president, follow through on promises. That's what I've done here. It's been great to be a part of turning our economy around at the state level, and I think people want that same certainty at the federal level.
And imagine how honored I was when I was in the House of Representatives and got to help write the Affordable Care Act and got to help pass a law that says you cannot discriminate against people with pre-existing conditions in healthcare. You have to offer it. And then I have a lot of affection towards the amendment that I authored, which was an amendment to allow young people to stay on their parents' health insurance until they're 26. It was a milestone, not perfect, but a milestone. And then we see it threatened.
Senator Baldwin represents the extreme of the party. She wants to move us in a direction that most Wisconsinites don't want in supporting a socialized medicine plan. And I want people to hear very clearly from me, make no mistake about it. The lie of this campaign is about pre-existing conditions, and the truth of the matter is I stand for protecting people with pre-existing conditions. I'm a nurse, of course I believe that, and you can do that without dismantling Medicare and without throwing 3.4 million Wisconsinites off of their employer-based insurance. That is the direction Senator Baldwin wants to go in, and I want to make sure that our seniors in particular know that, and people who work in great companies like this here, that their employers do offer insurance.
I believe that we are going to win on Tuesday because you're taking that energy from these issues that are truly on the ballot: healthcare, education, infrastructure, good paying jobs, justice, equality, climate. All of these things are on the ballot. Yes, there's names on the ballot, but you are going to go out and elect your champions and hopefully kind of oust your obstacles.
Being that I'm a nurse, healthcare reform, we have to fix the failure of Obamacare, and who better to do it than a nurse? And the immigration reform is the other issue. Being the daughter of Greek immigrants and seeing what is actually happening right now, it is becoming a crisis as the caravan is moving to our border, and we need strong leaders who are going to stand up and say enough is enough. We have to build that wall. We are a nation of laws, and those laws must be upheld. People ought not just come across our border and participate in all of the privileges of being an American without going through the responsibility of becoming a citizen.
The energy is not something I've seen in a long time.
Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers?
Oh, Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, Senator Tammy Baldwin or Leah Vukmir? Oh, no. First, Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady?
Colin Kaepernick.
Oh!
Russell Wilson. Yeah, I'm ready to vote, get out there, feel like I'm doing something about it instead of just hearing about it.
Is there one issue in particular that's motivating you this midterm?
Healthcare, absolutely.
Well, my top two certainly would be immigration, and then general reform in terms of eliminating a lot of the regulations that have strangled business for a number of years.
It's not as much of an issue as it's discouragement in what's not happening. So
So you're voting for change?
Thank you. Great.
I'm a big animal rights advocate, but in general, I just want to see the Democratic Party succeed.
In this midterm, I really wanted the GOP party, the Republicans, to win because of their stance on immigration, to ensure that we have a strong border security and ensure that our American citizens can be safe.
Great. Just wondering if there's any issue in particular that's motivating you this midterm.
The marijuana referendum.
That's your top issue?
More or less. Other than that, I don't think anything's really going to change for the most part.
Definitely healthcare and healthcare. How's that?
What would you say is the most important issue for you this midterm?
Healthcare has to be right up there. I work in healthcare, and we still want our jobs. And the insurance thing is just ridiculous with what Obamacare has done to us. It's really destroyed the whole healthcare system.
I'm voting for kindness and compassion, and what would be the best for the most people.
For me, it's healthcare. Access to healthcare is absolutely huge. I have thousands of medical bills, and I can't for the life of me think of why I'd vote against my own self-interest.
I would say healthcare too. Healthcare is really important to me, and the legalizing of marijuana here is on the ballot.
Well, number one is obviously going to be immigration, because the only way you can deal with the problem that's flooding in our country, especially as it regards to balancing financial situations, is going to be immigration.
For this one particularly, I care about immigration and who will be representing us nationally. One is voting the straight party ticket, and the other is legalizing recreational marijuana.
I think what's motivating me most is just legislation and what legislation is passing, as well as I'm a teacher, so I really care about schools and how schools are developed and taken care of in this state.
Jobs and immigration.
As far as jobs go, and the tax cuts, I think, were huge for people and also for businesses.
Honestly, I think it's just to at least put in my part so that if it doesn't go the way I expect, I don't feel guilty. And, I'm down to legalize marijuana as well. Not gonna lie to you.
Is there an issue that you're concerned about?
I really have this new dress, so
Yeah?
I really want to wear it for Christmas, and my birthday is coming up right before Thanksgiving.
Excellent.